We want to further talk about dinking aggressively. And a lot of times when we're trying to do something that's not natural, we have to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone. This is a drill that I love because it really forces us to hold that ball, to have 3 contact points. And for this drill, even though in pickleball you want to move your feet less to be able to hit your shots more specifically, this drill, it's okay if you take 2 steps or even 3 steps, because it's going to happen. Because for this drill, what we're trying to do is we're trying to dink to the outside corners of our half of the kitchen. So as my partner is doing the same, I'm also trying to take those balls out of the air. If our opponent can successfully dink to a corner of the kitchen, whether it's a full court or a half court, we're going to be in trouble. So what we're trying to do is 2 things here. One, it's trying to be aggressive and aim and hit the targets in the corner of the kitchen, but it's also on a defensive part, trying to stop them from hitting those cones. As we're doing this, what we want to think about is we want to think about our posture. We want to always think about our paddle being in front of us. Once our elbows get behind of our chest, we're going to not be prepared. We're always going to be 2 steps behind. And so what you want to think about is, though, even though the ball might go to either side of the corner, if I take 1 step and my paddle's in front, I can dictate where my next ball is by moving my legs. If my elbow goes behind me and I take that same step, now I'm hitting the ball behind me. And by doing that, just from sliding my elbows from front to back, I go from being able to dictate to then being able to try to stay alive, which is a very low percentage shot. So the drill should look like this. My paddle's in front. I'm still trying to take 1 step, but I'm aiming out towards those marks. So I'm trying to hit 2 balls. Well, did I hit 2? That's pretty good. I hit 2. All right, so I'm trying to hit 2 targets. I'm trying not to allow him to hit any targets. My paddle never comes behind my chest. It's always in front of me. I'm very intentional about what I'm doing. I'm not trying to win the point. I'm not trying to hit the ball super hard. I'm trying to keep my elbows in front of me. I'm shifting and I'm using my legs and my shoulders to go to those targets. By holding the ball longer and clearing that table, I'm hitting more of an aggressive dink. By this happening, by me thinking about the specifics of what I'm working on, I am putting more pressure on my partner. I am forcing them to pop the ball up. And yes, I could probably attack any of these balls. All of us can. But hitting a winner on those does not show that we're a better pickleball player. It's only showing that we can't focus long enough to improve during the drill that we're doing. So we want to keep those paddles in front of us, and we want to focus on that drill. It's a good ball. Push it all the way out every time, keeping it in front. The further the contact point can be in front, the better it's going to be. I'm shifting. Here we go. Paddle in front. Shifting. It's okay if you take a couple steps in this drill. As long as the paddle always stays in front of you, you're never going to have to take too many. But you're trying to dink to the offensive part of the kitchen. You're pushing that ball forward. So think about when you're dinking, what do we have to do to be aggressive? And by being aggressive, it's forcing your paddle more into the court. It's forcing your heels up. It's keeping your posture. And if you can keep those same sort of foundational points when somebody's attacking you, you'll have no problem with somebody forcing pressure on you and popping the ball up.